So students, in this video I'm going to tell you and discuss the true and false of unit 3, that is values and types. Now the first one, there are 128 set of different characters used in a Java program. So it is false, because very important thing you have to keep in your mind that Java has Unicode character sets, and Unicode character set has many more characters than 128, and it is because of this you can write and use characters from almost any language in the world in Java. And Unicode character set is basically 2 byte size character. That's why char data type in Java has size 2 bytes. So I hope it's clear to you. Now question number 2, there is the ASCII codes of uppercase letters range from 97 to 122. This is also false. First thing, you have to understand what is ASCII. So the full form of ASCII is American Standard Code for Information Interchange, right? And total 256 characters are there. 0 to 255 is the range of numbers for ASCII codes, and for capital letters the range is 65 to 90. 65 is for capital A and 66 for capital B, and so on, and capital Z has the ASCII value 90. Now what they have specified here, that is 97 to 122, so that is the range for the lowercase letters. So always remember that. And there is always a difference of 32 between the uppercase and the lowercase alphabets. Now question number 3, a variable gives the exact representation of data. So basically it is a variable where the value can be changed. So it does not give the exact representation of data. In fact, the value which we store in the variable, that is what we call literal, is actually the exact data. So question number 3 is false. Now the fourth one, students, the data types int, float, char are called non-primitive data types. First thing you need to understand that all these are written in small letters and they are keywords. Alright, but the answer of this question is false, because all these are primitive data types, right? Then one more thing I want to tell you, that every primitive data type has got a class associated with it, and that class is known as the wrapper class. So therefore int, that will be integer with I capital, float f will be capital, then character c will be capital. Rest of the alphabets will be small, but first letter is capital because they all are classes. And Java follows one convention, that all the predefined classes in Java begin with the capital letter, right? For all the primitive types there is a wrapper class available, right? Now question number 5, a string literal is assigned to a string variable. That is true, because a string variable can hold only a string literal. That is why it is called a string variable. The data type is a string, and you can observe here that a string s is capital because a string is a non-primitive data type, as a string is available in Java as a class. So the first letter is capital, right? So that is true. Now the question number 6, a character literal is always enclosed in double quotes. That is false, because it is a character literal, single character, single quote. So it will not be in the double quotes, it is in the single quotes. Always remember that, right? If I want to store A, B, C, 1 2 3 means all these are, if I call them characters, so they are going to be stored or written as a in the single quotes. That's important. After that, a string constant can be written by using a set of alphanumeric characters. So that is true. Alphanumeric characters is string constant. Definitely it is true. Now question number 8. An object is said to be a non-primitive data. It is true because an object is created from a class, and class is a non-primitive data type. So the object is created from a non-primitive data type, so it will be non-primitive. So that is true. Question number 9. The data type int stores fractional values. Right, so that is false because it stores integers, not the fractions. Now question number 10. Boolean type data is used to test a condition and result in either true or false. So that is also true, and Boolean data type is the data type which can have either of the two values, either it is true or false. Right, so Boolean type data is used to test a condition and result in either true or false. So that's very important, and such expression is also known as the Boolean expression. Whenever an expression results into either true or false, it will be a Boolean expression. So all the conditions in Java are Boolean in nature. Thank you. I hope everybody has got the clear idea. Please do subscribe the channel. That's important.